Welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day. Let's get into our email and see what we have for today. Let's see, this first email says, can you help me out with something? I'm in the market for a new PC. I'm looking to overclock in the future. Please, can you put in a custom water cooling loop? Can you get that done in 6 days? I'm a total EK fanboy. I like nice and shiny new components. So they want PC with water cooling for the CPU and GPU. Let's make that happen for them. Let's accept that one. We're going to skip this one because we've got 10 days on that. This one, however, has 3 days, so let's do this one next. Says, hi, are you available for a job? Could you build me a new PC? Please install custom water cooling on the CPU. The CPU can definitely hit 4150 megahertz. Can you overclock it for me? You've got to get it done in 3 days. I read that EK parts are really good. Don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff. So, $4,250. Build him a new PC. Let's accept that one. And finally for today, this one says, Dear Sir, Madam, I need you to repair something. Can you have a look at it for me? I have no idea what's wrong. Let's just say a cup of soup and computers don't mix. Did my motherboard break? I need it in 3 days. Gigabyte components are meant to be the bomb. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I'd like new ones, please. So diagnose and fix that one. All right, so let's go back to this. I'm going to get some parts put in to the shopping cart, and as soon as I have something put together, I will be right back. All right, so for this first build, we're going to go with the Asus ROG Crosshair 7 Hero motherboard, a Ryzen 7 2700X, 2 sticks of G-Skill Trident Z, 16 gig, 3866 megahertz, 850 watt EVGA power supply. Hopefully this Gen 4 NVMe drive will fit. So we're going to try that. We're going to put it in the Lian PC011 dynamic case. For the other parts, we're going to go with a EK full nickel CPU block, an EK Res 360mm EK radiator, and we're going to do the Radeon Vega 64 GPU for that build. All right, so the next one we're doing is this one. I'm going to get some parts put in the shopping cart and be right back. All right, so for this next build, we're going to go with the Asus TUF X299 Mark I, the Intel i9-7980XE. This is the first time I am building with that CPU. It's currently the most expensive one I have. We're going to do 4 sticks of G-Skill Sniper X in silver, 8 gig, 3200 megahertz, an EVGA GTX 1070, an ADATA M.2, it's 960 gigs, 4 terabyte hard drive, 850 watt Corsair power supply, and we're going to put it in the Corsair Crystal Series 570X. So hopefully it all fits in there. Excuse me. As for the water cooling part of it, we're going to go with an EK block, reservoir, and a 280 millimeter radiator for that. So let's go ahead and buy all of this now for next day delivery. Let's go end our day. We can get the repair and all of our parts in, and we can get to work. All right. Let's get this repair up on a workbench. Let's get these cases on workbenches as well. Let's associate proper names. I believe this one goes with that case and this one over here. Okay, let's start with this repair. Let's go ahead and pop the side of this off. See if it powers up. Nothing. All right. Get all of this stuff out of our way. I'll try to remember they have white cables in here. Let's check the power supply. Power supply looks good. Let's pop that back in. They mentioned something about the motherboard, so it probably is the motherboard that has gotten messed up. So let's just start pulling parts, and we will check things as we go. Get everything disconnected here. Can't believe they've got a Ryzen system, or a Threadripper system, I should say, with only one stick of RAM. Hopefully, if you're going to build a computer that expensive, you have the money to at least have all the RAM you need to run quad channel. Let's check. CPU looks good. Let's check their cooler. Cooler's good. Motherboard is broken. Let's check their RAM as well. RAM is fine. Let's look at the graphics card. It's also good. Let's grab them another one of these motherboards. It's the Gigabyte X399. Let's order one of those. X399. Feel like they had a budget of $600. I feel like something else should be broken. Their hard drive broken. What am I looking for? Storage. Hard drive seems to be fine. Let's pop that back in. Their SSD broken. SSD's fine. All right. Well, let's go ahead and order that same day delivery. I'll grab it. And let's get it installed. Let's sell off that broken one. All right. We'll put their one stick of RAM back in. Well, let's get the CPU though. Get that installed. Get the RAM. Get that installed. Put some thermal paste on here. And we can go ahead and get the cooler in. There we go. Get their graphics card. Okay, let's cable this thing up. They had white cables. Let's get all of those hooked back up. Hopefully this thing will work now. Okay. Let's power it on. Let's hop into the BIOS really quick. We'll turn XMP on for them. Boot from the SSD. No OS. They were booting from their hard drive. Let's fix that little problem. Let's power cycle that. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and get this side panel on. And we will get the PCI lock installed. Like we're good to go. Let's power this down. Go ahead and get the PSU mount installed. And we'll get the glass side panel on. We can get this out into the hallway. And we can start on our first build. Okay. Get everything out of our way. Let's grab our motherboard for this build. It is going to be the Asus Crosshair 7. We'll get this screwed down. Let's get it ready for RAM and CPU. Getting 2 sticks of RAM and a Ryzen 2700X. There's what we're looking for, the G-Skill Trident Z. Let's go over here. There we go. All right. Let's get that out of our way. Go ahead and put some thermal paste on here. And we'll go ahead and get our CPU block installed. See, I think we were going with the full nickel for this one. Let's get storage for this. Uh-oh. I've got fits this PC and I am not seeing. This does not fit. Dang. Well, that's a bummer. I don't want to put a used part in, and I also don't just want to run it off of... So this NVMe drive will not fit this motherboard. That's just no good. Well, let's go order a different drive. I honestly haven't found anything that these fit yet, even though they should work with that. Let's grab another one of these, because I definitely know... Or let's try this one. You know, let's just get them both. If I have extra things on hand, it's not a big deal. Okay. So let's see. Nope, that one doesn't fit either. Oh, I can't open it with... What? Alright, this motherboard's just stupid. Is that even opening up enough to get a drive in there? Okay. Let's install this. Let's get some more thermal paste. And then we can put our CPU block back on. Let's go ahead and put a radiator in here. There we go. And we'll get our GPU, which is this Vega 64. Now we're getting somewhere. Get our reservoir. Okay. Let's go ahead. Get our power supply for this. The 850 watt EVGA power supply. We can start cabling this guy up. Let's see. Let's go with these blue and green. This is kind of a razor case. It's got green, mixing some blue and yellow. That looks pretty good. All right. So let's see. How do we want to pipe this? I think that's out. And that's out. Let's run from there to there. Uh-oh. I want to do hard tubing. Let's run from there to there. We'll run from here to there. back out a little bit so I can see better. Oh my gosh. Can you just go straight? There we go. Alright, I don't hate that. We'll go from there to there. That looks fine. We'll run from there up to there, but not like that. Okay, let's leave that. It's getting ridiculous. Let's get some cooling in there. Let's do some green. While that's running through, we'll get a USB drive installed here. I still hate this tube. I'm not going to mess with it now. Let's power this up. We'll hop into the BIOS. Let's turn our XMP on. We'll get this thing restarted. Let it boot into the OS. Alright. Let's change a few colors, and then I think we are done with this one. Let's make it all green. Oh yeah. I like that much better. Let's get this case put back together. Get this top panel on. There we go. That turned out pretty good. Let's put this thing out in the hall. And we can get started on our last build here. I'm not sure what all I have to take apart on this one. I have never done a custom loop in this case. I'm pretty sure all these fans are going to have to come out. Well, I don't know. We mount the loop up top. Let's try mounting the loop before we do anything else. Or the radiator, I mean, not the loop. What am I saying? Let's see if a 280... That looks like it fits now. The question is, will it fit with the motherboard? It looks like it will. Okay, well, let's put this fan back in. There we go. Let's get this thing ready for a CPU and RAM. Getting 4 sticks of RAM. I don't think these bottom ones open. Let's get our i9-7980XE installed. And locked down. Let's also get our RAM. This G-Skill sniper. Let's do that. Save some time. And we'll get our last stick installed here. There we go. Put some thermal paste on here. And let's go ahead and get our CPU block. This black one. Yeah. I like that. Get those out of the way. Let's go ahead and get our storage installed here. And we also have a hard drive going in. It's this 4 terabyte. We'll get that installed as well. Let's see. Let's figure out where this reservoir goes. Oh, okay. I could have used a much taller reservoir. I went with a short one because I wasn't sure exactly where it was going to mount, but I think that will be just fine. Let's go ahead and get the graphics card installed. This EVGA 1070. And we can get our power supply in, which is the Corsair RM850. All right. Let's go ahead and cable this. Let's just do maybe... Just do black. Get everything connected. And then we can start running our loop. Man, these cables look a mess. All right, let's work on our loop here. Let me zoom in. So that is the out. How do we want to run this? Let's see. Let's run. That's out. Let's run from this out to this in. This might be about the best this thing can look here. There we go, that'll work. And then we'll run from this out to the radiator. And then we will run... Really? We'll run across there somehow. This looks terrible. That looks a little better. That'll work. Let's get some coolant in there. I have no idea what color. Maybe some purple. Hope they don't ever need to take their graphics card out because I just made it incredibly difficult for them to make that happen. While that's running through, let's go ahead and grab this USB drive. We'll get that installed. We're not going to have to bother with overclocking because that CPU already runs at a higher clock rate. So let's hop into the BIOS. Let's turn our XMP on. Make sure we're booting from the right drive. And we should be good to go. Let's put this case, whoops. Now I'm just breaking stuff. I don't even know what side panel goes where. Start putting this back together though. Let's see, this grid. The top panel. And then this side panel. Okay. Well, that's cool. It says X299 on the back. All right, let's power this on. That turned out pretty dang good. I actually like the colors. Let's go put this out in the hall. Let's collect some money. All right, let's collect that one. And that one. And that one. We got some more daily deals and some more emails, which we will get to in the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to click that like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next episode.